Hello everyone, my name is Warren and welcome to episode 3 of Present the Play. Today we're going to take a look at my team. I went in a slightly different direction than Ryan did, and we're going to be taking a look at that. So taking a look at my team, there's no Ninetales, there's a Terrakion instead, which I think will greatly help my chances in the, not just the mirror match, but most matchups in general, as Ninetales really is just there for support, and I don't really feel the need for 3 support Pokemons. We already have Sunny Day on Sableye and Clefairy for Friend Card and such, but we'll get to them in just a moment. First Pokemon on team that involves Charizard, obviously it's going to be Charizard. So it is Gmax Charizard with Choice Scarf. It is timid, 252 special attack, 4 special defense, and 252 speed. Heat Wave, Air Slash, and Solar Beam, and of course Protect. We're playing VGC after all, and there's no Assault Vest on it. That is because if it does the Gigantamax, the Choice Scarf will be ignored, and we can still use Max Guard. So basically I'm running Heat Wave because I know Blast Burn and Hurricane and stronger options are available, but once you get into the turns when Charizard is not Gigantamaxed anymore, especially since I'm running Choice Scarf, you're going to be wanting to hit both Pokemon if there are 2 left. And the recharge on Blast Burn, not very fun for me, and the accuracy on Hurricane at 70, if it's in the sun it's 50, and if it's in the rain it's 100. I do not want to rely on that. So Charizard's just basically there to sit next to something like the Porygon, Primarina, or Terrakion, and basically support them with really fast move, really hard-hitting, fast-hitting moves. Doesn't even need to be in Sun for that. Moving on to Porygon Z, it is an interesting spread. Again, it is timid. You do not need to run a modest Porygon Z. It has Life Orb and Adaptability. The Max Strike is going to be doing a significant amount of damage. The Thunderbolt, unless you're in electric terrain, is not going to be picking up any Okos on many things unless they're quad weak like Gyarados, but Gyarados is not in Series 6. So 68 HP, it allows it to live a Gmax Wildfire in Solar Power, as long as it's not a modest Life Orb Charizard like someone's.
I wonder who that could be, Warren. I wonder who that could be.
But it lives the timid ones and with Life Orb even. So Hyper Beam, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Protect. It's your standard Porygon Z spread for moves. And yeah, moving on to Primarina, mine is Assault Vested. I put Hyper Voice, Hydro Cannon, Ice Beam, Moonblast. So I screwed with some of the stats a little. I gave it a lot of bulk and a lot less speed. It has decently high special attack, and it is, again, it's not supposed to be timid. You're supposed to be modest. So at 85 speed, we're going to be outspeeding the pretty high majority of most Pokemon we need to outspeed. You know, Tyranitar and Excadrill are not here, and I don't think Incineroar is either. But with this, we should be able to confidently outspeed most of the Pokemon. Hyper Voice is there for, you know, the Liquid Voice double hitting when we're not in Dynamax. Hydro Cannon is there so we can set Rain with Max Geyser in Dynamax. Ice Beam, it's just coverage in case we run into something that's named Amoonguss or, you know, a Dragon type that I don't want to hit with Moonblast, Dragalge, for instance. And then we have Moonblast for, you know, Terrakion, Urshifu, things that are quad weak and scared of Moonblast in general. Moving on to my slot over Ninetales here. It is Focus Sash Terrakion. It's just 252 Jolly with 4 in special defense, Rock Slide, Close Combat, Taunt, and Protect. Being at 176 speed, I ran a Cobalion with this, with coaching and taunt, but I figured we need the Rock Slide, especially in mirror matches, and I'm having a pretty strong feeling the Charizard's going to be pretty popular in Series 6, as it's one of the, as it's a very strong special attacker. That and Colossal. Close Combat might also be for Colossal, but we really have Primarina to deal with Colossal. I was also experimenting with running Colossal on this team, but I found Terrakion is better, especially with the fighting type. So, moving on to the first support Pokemon of the team, it is an eject button Sableye with basically everything in defenses to make it live as long as it can. Fake Out, you know, we all love flinches, right? Quash to make things go last, Sunny Day to set Solar Power for Zard, and Trick. So we can trick eject button onto something, and then we can immediately hit it. Because there's no mercy in this. It's just like, I thought of the stupidest thing I could run. I know it gets ally switch, but I figured trick eject button onto something that, like, you know, You can put it on something like Colossal or something. Any Dynamax mon really, and just give it the eject button, hit it once, trick it out, and it's gone. Again, just a bulky Sableye. It lives most. It does live a Dazzling Gleam from Permaria, which is the only thing I really needed to do. Moving on to the final mon, it is the Friend Guard Eviolite Full Tank Clefairy with no Sing. There is no Sing on this team. There's no sleep. It's just pure damage. No singing. Follow Me, Helping Hand, Icy Wind, and Protect. Standard tank supportive Clefairy spread. It basically is just there to sit, follow me damage away, hit Icy Winds to mitigate speed control, and yeah. There's not much that I'm really worried about with this. The only thing that I am worried about on Ryan's team, for example, is the Modest Life Orb Charizard. The only thing good about it is I outspeed it. So, we can Dynamax that Terrakion and hit the Rock Slide as long as it's not next to the Follow Me Clefairy. And, yeah, I think we'll do fine in the mirror match. I saw him freaking out a little bit, but, we're going to see. We will prove once and for all that I am the one who runs Charizard better.
How we doing? And welcome back to Present the Play. My name is Ryan B Hebert, and on the other side of the screen is Warren Arnold. Warren, hello, and welcome.
Hey, Ryan, what's up?
Not much. I know the episode already started without me. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
You show up play as always.
Oh, you know it. You know it. And before we go any further, as we know, this episode is sponsored by Sunny Z. Taste the full, powerful, sunny flavor of Porygon Z Gober. So without further ado, this is episode 3, one episode before episode 4, where Warren and I will face off, and you will get to see both perspectives of said battle when the time comes, of course.
And my capture card decides to start working again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever we need to do to make the sun go round, we'll do that. Okay, Hercules? Okay. Today, Warren, I am taking a look at your team, and you know how this goes. You stay silent, I get to talk, and yeah. So without further ado, let's look at this thing. First off, Gmax Charizard with a Choice Scarf. Is he crazy, folks? I don't know. Let's kind of break this down. So first of all, a choice item on a Pokemon that you intend to Gmax in this type of format usually wouldn't be my sort of play to go for, mostly because choice items and their effect, their added effect I should say, do not activate on a Pokemon when it is Dmaxed or Gmaxed. So for that reason, it's just sort of a wasted item for me unless Warren's goal is to not use that Pokemon as his Gmax, where we can take a little bit of a closer look at this team and see that there are other Pokemon that have the ability to Gmax here or Dmax. I can see where you're coming from, Warren, but on the other hand, really, a Choice Scarf wouldn't be my cup of tea there. But I get it. He wants to outspeed things. He's got Heat Wave for that spread damage. He has Air Slash to potentially flinch. Now, Warren, where is the Hurricane? I really thought you were sold on the move Hurricane. I just have to ask.
Yeah, so I did some testing. I found there were no rain teams whatsoever, and if I'm trying to hit it in the sun, it's 50% accuracy. So at that point, I just thought, I'll just go Air Slash. I'll take the cut in power. Air Slash is safer.
It's funny you say that because last night I was playing on the VGC Series 6 ladder, and all I faced were rain teams.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't using our team per se, but, it is what it is. Now, I have purposely left up the 6 Pokemon that we originally have stuck with, and there's going to be a reason for that. It's because Warren did decide to make some changes to the team, which by all means he's allowed to do as long as he sticks to the idea that this team is Sunny Z. Going down the list here, we've got Porygon Z adaptability with Life Orb. I see no problem there. Warren, I'm not surprised. He's got a little bit of invest into his HP, so he probably lives an opposing Porygon Z. Or
you want to know what it is?
You could just say it.
Okay. So the bulk lets it live Gmax Wildfire in off Heat Wave in Sun.
Okay.
With Life Orb.
Wow. That's off of Heat Wave, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not timid. It's not modest. It's timid.
That's right. Yeah, you're running a timid Porygon Z, so a little bit weaker, but I think it makes up for it with the Life Orb. So it's
running the numbers. Even when you're running the modest one at 252, you're not taking knockouts with Thunderbolt on Charizard unless you're in electric terrain. So I just figured, no, it's not worth it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta make the calls where you want to make them, and for this one, you're deciding to wimp out and go with timid. I get it. You're a little too timid to fully invest in damage, so that's fine.
We'll see what Terrakion says.
A what? Oh no, he did not. Warren goes for the Terrakion on this team. Well, we'll get to that after Primarina. Let me not skip too far ahead here. Primarina with Assault Vest. Okay, I can get that one. I mean, allows you to easily take a Solar Beam from an opposing Charizard, which is going to be very helpful for our matchup, and especially an opposing Max Lightning from a Porygon Z as well. So I see what you're doing here. You've got a ton of stuff going on with the EVs, which, if you're Warren Arnold, I'm not surprised. The nice thing about Assault Vest is that even as a D-Maxed Mon, it still comes into effect and gives you that special defense boost. So I'm all here for it. And Primarina, wow. I'm surprised to see an Ice Beam, I'm going to be honest with you. Hydro Cannon, I definitely get, because, you know, I personally am not using it, but I know a lot of players are using it because you just can't depend on Hyper Voice for offensive water damage. That's basically what I've seen.
And the thing is, when it D-maxes, Hyper Voice is Max Strike, not Max Geyser.
Ah, well, there we go. Ice Beam.
And the Ice Beam was just my fourth move. It's between that and Energy Ball, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Warren. I think Energy Ball is just the better move on Primarina. I think that's the thing that makes it better than Wash Rotom, Gastrodon, really any other bulky water type you want to try to use right now. I think that's what just gives Primarina its edge, having that grass type move, a special grass type move, might I say. So Moonblast, no surprise there. Okay, this is where we get to Terrakion. Now, like I said, Warren was allowed to choose a different Pokemon or two if he chose to do so. And so taking off that Ninetales and putting on a Terrakion, I will say though, correct me if I'm wrong, Warren, Ninetales is faster than Terrakion, is that right?
Nope, it's 167 with the same as Charizard. Terrakion is 176.
Oh.
He outspeeds both of them.
So Terrakion's going to be faster here, even without a Scarf. It's Jolly, so it's max speed, Rock Slide, Close Combat, Taunt, and Protect. Man, this thing isn't going down without a fight. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
It's here to make your life miserable.
It really is, and you know, that's the thing about this series is that if you present your team first, which, to be a good host for the first time with yourself, I decided, you know what, I'll be nice. I'll go first, and I'll see what he brings against me, you know? And I will learn for next time. Let's just put it that way. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, Pokemon like Terrakion can make some big plays and can be a problem, but I believe in my team and its abilities already. Sableye, Eject Button. Eject Button is a popular item to have on. I've got Roselli Berry for opposing fairy types, but you've statted in a way on Sableye that just makes sense for it to be Eject Button so that it can live and live to fight another day. Now, something I've noticed here that you've got is that move Trick.
Oh, that Eject Button's going right on that Charizard.
Yes. So the idea behind this is to trick Eject Button onto a Pokemon and then to immediately hit said Pokemon with a move to trigger the Eject Button so that if you D-Max a Pokemon and invest in that being the Pokemon to D-Max that game, it immediately gets switched out. It's probably as bad as Incineroar going for a parting shot into a Max Hatterene. It is on that similar level, if you know what I mean.
And come on, man. It's me. I just know the stupidest thing I could do. I know it gets I know it gets ally switch, but I'm just like, nah, Trick's fun.
It's true. It's true.
And it's Ryan.
And it's Ryan, yes. Warren is trying to find all the different ways in our team building here to try to get around me, but I won't let it happen. I promise.
Oh, okay.
I promise. And finally, and certainly not least, is going to be Eviolite Clefairy with Front Guard. Absolutely. He's going with the shiny variant. A little biased on that one because there's nothing wrong with pink, but hey, whatever. Bold Nature, so you're going for a more defensive Clefairy in a matchup where literally all of my Pokemon are special attackers. I won't judge you, but you know, that's up to you to decide.
I mean, I didn't just stat for you, sir. I also statted for Ferrothorn.
Okay. That's true. I mean, one of us is going to go on and get to play in something, so we'll see. I do like your choice of moves. Follow me, Helping Hand, Icy Wind. It is the better move. No Sing. I mean, Sing is great. Don't get me wrong. Personally,
I think 55 accuracy.
It's so great. It's so great, Warren. Yeah, you don't even know. Once it hits, it just sings. It sings. You know what I mean? It just sings. And then Protect. It's a great final move there on Clefairy as well. Overall, I think the team, taking off Ninetales, it takes off one of your Sun users, but you do have Sunny Day on Sableye. But I think that's going to put you in a little bit of a position because let's say you're starting.
You can just set Sun for me, Ryan. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be able to set Sun for you. But when you're facing other teams where you're wanting to use that solar power ability on a Scarf Zard of all things, I mean...
Yeah, we'll just start Zard Sableye.
It helps. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, if you have the ability to go for that trick and eject button, right, you have Scarf Zard to be able to just fire off a Heat Wave or an Air Slash, whatever you prefer, and to just get rid of something.
Anything in the format, except for the Steam Engine Colossal. But to get that, you have to, not be eject buttoned out the second I see it. So.
Exactly.
It outspeeds anything not Colossal, like, Dynamax and Dragapulse last season, and last series.
Couldn't agree more. Folks, that's going to be it for this episode. Episode 3 of Present the Play. The time has come, Warren. I've presented my team. You have presented your team. Albeit, it's not as good as mine because you're hard counter-teaming. But I will persevere. The amount of damage that my Primarina does compared to your team, incredible.
It's not that much. It's not that different, my guy.
You just wait and see what I do.
Oh, I will.
Okay? Just wait and see. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, my name is Ryan B Hebert, alongside Warren Arnold. Have a great day, and how we doing? Taste the full, sunny, powerful flavor of Porygon...
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
I kind of just countered you.
Yeah, I'm aware.